We're here at the National Hispanic University at the Nashimba Lead Conference, and specifically we're here with Ron Gonzales. He was a keynote speaker this morning, and thank you, Ron, for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you join us.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. Glad to be here.
Very good. So let's talk a little bit about your role in terms of being the president and CEO of the Hispanic Foundation of Silicon Valley. Tell us a little bit about how long you've been there and some background on the Hispanic Foundation of Silicon Valley.
So I've been at the Hispanic Foundation of Silicon Valley now for about 3 years, just over 3 years. And it's been a wonderful opportunity to come into the organization with a very focused agenda by our board of directors. Our 4 areas that we focus on and have been focusing our revenues and our staffing resources on have been youth and education, and specifically closing the Latino student achievement gap in the STEM field. And for your viewers who may not know what STEM stands for, it's science, technology, engineering, and math. And we have some wonderful programs that are helping Latino students, particularly middle school students, do well in math and algebra, because those are the kind of cornerstone subjects that will help them be successful in high school and hopefully get them eligible for admittance to one of our local colleges and universities. Then the second area is healthy aging. We work with Latinos and Latinas who are caring for their elders, parents, grandparents, and helping them understand how to do that properly and how to care for themselves while they care for others. The third area is leadership development, and we have the Latino Board Leadership Academy, which trains Latinos who want to serve on nonprofit boards of directors. And very successful program. We've had 2 academies, 80 graduates from those academies, and of the 80 fellows who have graduated, 65% of them are currently serving on a local nonprofit board of directors. And then the fourth area is this area we call convening and engaging the Hispanic community, which is an objective of trying to convene, just as we're doing here today, members of our community and engaging them in discussions, into action, hopefully, on those things that will help improve the quality of life for Silicon Valley Latinos. And that particular initiative led to the research and eventual publication of the first ever Silicon Valley Latino report card last year. And what we've been doing since that time is organizing ourselves to launch the second phase of that effort, which we're calling Nuestro Futuro, or Our Future. And that initiative will be about engaging hundreds, if not thousands, of members of our community and friends of our community in looking at issues that were identified in the report card and identifying solutions to some of those issues, and then hopefully advocate for those solutions. So that the next time we do the report card, whether it's 2 years down the road or 3 years, hopefully those grades in each of those categories will have improved. So we're hoping to launch Nuestro Futuro in January of 2013, and hopefully have it as a number of opportunities to bring our community together to engage each other, to learn from each other, to learn from outside speakers, to just tap into the power of our community.
So let's talk a little bit about, you have a variety of different initiatives. The Nuestro Futuro. Can you elaborate just a little bit more on that so that our audience understands that just a bit further?
So what we want to do is, in the calendar year 2013, is have a number of convenings where we bring our people together. And I want to emphasize, this is not an initiative focused on leaders leading leaders. We're interested in hearing from grassroots Silicon Valley Hispanic neighborhoods. And we've already done some kind of, we call them soft rollouts of that initiative, where we've gone out to community events, solicited attendees at these various events, like the North Fair Oaks Community Festival in Redwood City back in August. We did a similar event in Gilroy with the Arteaga Supermarket Center there just a couple weeks ago, where we're listening to average folks, average Hispanics who have kids in schools and have difficulties with unemployment and housing and all these kinds of issues that the report card study. So we're going to be looking at those kinds of opportunities, and we see those engagement activities as well as opportunities for our leaders to be involved too. in what we call the quality of life circles, where if your subject area of interest is education, you'll be sitting around a table with other folks who are concerned about education, or health, or the environment, or finances. And it's going to be those groups listening to the feedback we're getting from the community, what was in the report card, and then obviously lending their expertise and experience to, okay, what are the subjects we're going to tackle? What are the issues we're going to tackle? So whether it's through our meeting structures or our engagement activities, or hopefully with the partnerships we've talked about with some of your events, where we combine those activities and use some of the convening sessions where you're going to be bringing people together from our community and solicit their ideas at those. I think there's tremendous opportunity there to leverage off of each other's activities and events, just as we did with the Hispanic Foundation Ball. And those are the things we're looking forward to working with Silicon Valley Latino on in 2013.
Very good. And so are we. We're highly interested in this, exploring these possibilities, and look forward to seeing where that goes.
Great. Well, it's funny. I often joke that if you look at my resume and you look at the different things I've done, one could quickly assume or conclude that this is a guy who didn't know what he wanted to be when he grew up, because I've done all those things. It's like, it's not your traditional career path. But I've always prided myself on knowing what I wanted in life. And one of the things I wanted in life was, whenever I sit down in that rocking chair, I never wanted to say to myself, what if? What if I tried this, or what if I had tried that? Well, I've tried all those things, and I really, really enjoyed them. And I was very fortunate, whether it was in my professional career at Hewlett-Packard or my political career in Sunnyvale and Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors, and then eventually mayor of San Jose, or now in philanthropy. I've been lucky to have those kinds of jobs that, as I told the young people today at lunch, that made me jump out of bed to go to work in the morning. I mean, they're really great opportunities, and in each way, I was working on things that were connected with the community. Obviously, when you're mayor, you're working 24/7. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So I don't miss that. I don't miss the 2 o'clock phone calls in the morning type of thing. But I found that being the head of the Hispanic Foundation allowed me to re-engage in the community that I care the most about, that I come from, that has the greatest need, and at the same time the greatest potential. The greatest potential to keep Silicon Valley the vibrant region that it is. I mean, it is dependent on the success of our community. So this job allowed me the opportunity to come back, be engaged in the community, be specifically focused 24/7, so to speak, on one community versus everyone. When you're the mayor, you have to serve every neighborhood, you have to serve every individual. This one allows me to focus my efforts on the Hispanic community.